we are going to be looking at bearing. In this bearing, we have two cyclists. The question said two cyclists A and B leave a town Q at the same time. Cyclist A travels at a rate of 6 km per hour on a bearing of 050 degree. Cyclist B travels at a rate of 10 km per hour on a bearing of 318 degree. Now, the A there said that illustrate the information on a diagram. This says after traveling for 3 hours, calculate correct to nearest whole number I distance between cyclists A and B. I said bearing of cyclist A from B. The first thing we are going to do is to take care of the first. He said that illustrates the information on a diagram. So what we have, he said that town. The town is what? Q. This is the town. This is the town in question. So he said that cyclist A travels at the rate of 6 km per hour on a 6 km per hour on a bearing of 50 degree. If you look at that, you find out that it's 3-digit bearing. A 3 digits bearing. We start our measurements clockwise direction, starting from the north. So what we do here now, since it's the town, this is the town, we locate the bearing of 50. Degree, and then this is our what? This is our B. Cyclist, is it B or A? Okay, our A. This is our A. So the next one is cyclist B, travels at the rate of 10 km per hour on a bearing of 380. So we'll come over to this place again. This is the same place. We can say that the traveling this time start from here, move to this place, that is 180, and then it's 180. The next one, 360, 318 should be somewhere around this end. So then we can move our direction to where we have the B. This is the B now. This is our B. This is our B. So what next? So that then we can join up this. So this is the diagram of what happened. Now I said that after 3 hours, after traveling for 3 hours, that means you know that this other one has to do with, if you look at it, 6 km per hour. That means you can get the distance. We can get the distance now, distance of this A and distance of B by what? Taking care of the remember we have speed. Speed is equal to distance over what? Time. And what we have here is speed. So to get the distance, will then be, the distance will then be speed, let's say S times T. So that's how we're going to get the distance. So for this other one, for the first one, the A, we have 6 times 3, which is for the hours. Then we have 18 kilometer. So for B we have what do we have in B? B is 10. 10 times 3, we have 30 kilometer. That is, here should be what? 18 kilometer. And then here should be what? 30. Now we have all the information needed. So the next one we're going to do here again, say that the distance between cyclist A and B, that is A and B, the distance between them. So to get this thing, we are going to look at it, we can use a cosine rule here. We can use cosine rule to solve the problem. In cosine rule, what we do here is okay. Now we can call this one small q. So we have a squared, and then a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos theta. Now our a is what? 18. Our b is 30 squared minus 2 times 18 times 30 cos. Now this is where we're going to look at carefully. Now we have this place is 50, and we don't know what we have here. So how do we get this? We know that from this point to that end, we have something remaining. It's not, remember, we have 318. We have something remaining there. To get this thing done, that means from 360, we're going to subtract from 360 to get this gap. In order to make up our angle that we need, this should be our theta now. This should be that means we'll say 360 minus 318. This one will give us, we have this one, and that will give us 2. And then the remaining here is now 5. 5 minus 1, we have 42 degree. So 3 will go, we have it. So what we have here should be 42 degree. Here should be 42 degree. So when we add it up, if we add the two together, if we add them together, we have 50 and 42. This one will give us 2. Here will give us 92. So what we have here is 92. So our cos here should be 92. Should be 92. So now we have our theta, everything intact. So the next thing we are going to do now is to we're going to square. 18 square will give us let me get the calculator, please. Alright, 18 square will give us 18 squared. Using your calculator, we'll have it to be 30. 324. And then 30 squared will give us 90. So the next one we have here is 2 times 18 times 30. 2 times 18 times 30. We have cos 92. So later we'll come to that. Let's add up this. When we add up that 2, 3, 2, 4 plus 90, 900, we have so cos 90, cos 92 is a negative sign. We have minus, from our calculator we have minus 0.9. So this is what we have. So by multiplying, if we multiply by this, then it will change the sign here. Multiply by 1080, we have, that will give us plus here 37 point approximately. So what do we do now? We add them up. When we add up the whole thing, we add it up, plus we have so this is what we have. Then we're going to find the square root of this. To get the square root of that, we can square root will give us, we have we say that the nearest whole number, we can make it, then that will be 36 kilometer. 36 kilometers. That is what we have as our distance. Distance between A and B. So the next question there says that you should calculate the bearing of A from B. Bearing of A from here. Bearing of A from this place. Anytime they use the word from, meaning that coming from the other end of it, that means bearing of this from this other end. So the bearing is something that will look like this. Okay, so and that bearing is this end. This is what we are looking for. This is what we're looking for. That's the bearing of A from B. So this bearing now, to get it done, the first thing we know, we don't have this. We don't know this one. We can call it maybe beta. We can call it beta, and this is an alternate angle to this place. This 42. This other one should also be 42. But then what we need now is this angle. And we know that this area is an angle on a straight line, meaning that if we're able to get these two angles, that means 42 plus beta minus 180 will give us the other end that we don't know, the bearing in question. So for that reason, we are going to get the beta, the angle we call the beta. So to get the beta, we're going to we'll be able to get the work done. I think we can use this hour. So that this is 30. You can just use that to get it done. So the next thing we do now is that, so what we do here is to get the B now, using cos rule, cosine rule, we say that B, this angle beta, is equal to u squared plus a squared minus b squared all over 2 times q times a. Our q squared will then be, q squared is 36 squared plus a squared, which is 30 squared, minus 18 squared all over 2 times 36 times 30. 36 squared, we have 30 squared, and then this other one should be 18 squared all over 2 times 36 times 30. That will give us 12. So adding up two of these, we have 1296 plus 900. We have minus all over 2160. So when we subtract, we have a excuse me, 1261.91 plus 900. We have a, so this is what we have, not exactly what I did there before. Subtract 1872 all over 2. So we can now divide. If we divide it, we have cos beta is equal to 0.67. So the arc, to get the value of this, you can also do that from a calculator. We have it cos. So we have, from your calculator, you can always get this thing done. We have it to be degree. So now to get the bearing, since we have the angle there, we have this angle, like I said here, that means the bearing will there be 180 minus plus plus 42 minus 180. We have, what we have is That is approximately, we can say approximately degree. That is the bearing. This is the bearing for this is the bearing of A from B. That means this place is what? Alright, thank you so much for being part of the class. And then I encourage you to leave your comment there so that we can always reach to you, and then like and share. Thank you.